Imagine this. You've invested years into this relationship. You've prayed over it, sacrificed for it, and believed with all your heart that this is the man God sent for you. But deep down, something doesn't feel right. There's an unspoken tension every time you mention marriage. He changes the subject. He says, "Why rush? We're happy, aren't we?" You tell yourself he just needs more time. But here's the truth. A man who truly loves you and sees you as his future wife will not leave you waiting in uncertainty. Many women waste years believing they're almost engaged, only to realize they were never in his future plans at all. Today, I'm giving you the 7 undeniable signs that he will never marry you. Pay attention. These signs could save you from heartbreak before it's too late. Sign number 1. He talks about the future, but you're not in it. I want you to think about this. When he talks about his dreams, his career, where he wants to live, does he ever say we, or is it always I? A man who truly sees you as his future wife will make room for you in his plans. He won't just talk about the business he wants to start, the country he wants to move to, or the dreams he's chasing. He'll include you in that vision. But if he only talks about his future in terms of me, myself, and I, that's not just a small detail, that's a warning sign. Biblical truth. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Proverbs 29:18. A man without a vision for your relationship is a man leading you nowhere. Sign number 2, he avoids commitment conversations. You've been together for months, maybe even years. You've had deep conversations about your childhood, your dreams, your faith. But every time you bring up marriage, he dodges the conversation. He says, "Let's not put pressure on this. Marriage changes everything. Why fix what isn't broken? It'll happen when the time is right." But here's the truth. Men don't delay what they truly desire. A man who genuinely wants to marry you will not be afraid to talk about commitment. He will take initiative. He will make his intentions clear. If he avoids the conversation, it's because he already knows his answer. He just doesn't want to say it out loud. Biblical truth. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Ecclesiastes 3:1. If your season of waiting never seems to end, ask yourself, are you waiting for something that isn't coming? Sign number 3, he treats you like a wife, but he's not a husband. Some women give everything to a man who gives them nothing permanent in return. You cook for him. You support him emotionally. You stand by him through his struggles. You act like his wife, but he's still treating you like a maybe. If a man can have all the benefits of marriage without the commitment, why would he rush to change that? A man who values you will honor you, not just with words, but with actions. He won't let you play the role of a wife when he has no intention of making you one. Biblical truth. Flee from sexual immorality. 1 Corinthians 6:18. If he's comfortable keeping you in a girlfriend contract instead of a covenant under God, that's a serious warning sign. Sign number 4, he's inconsistent with his actions. One day he's all about you, calls, texts, romantic gestures. The next, he's distant, unavailable, too busy for you. Love is consistent. When a man is serious about you, he doesn't leave you confused about where you stand. If you feel like you're chasing his attention, if he only puts in effort when he thinks he's losing you, then sis, that's not love. That's convenience. Biblical truth. Husbands, love your wives just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Ephesians 5:25. A real man of God will not make you question his love. He will pursue you with intention and consistency. Sign number 5, he's not ready, but he's comfortable. I'm just not ready for marriage right now. How many women have heard this line? But the real question is he still comfortable keeping you in his life while being not ready? A man who truly loves you prepares for marriage. Even if he's not financially perfect or still working on himself, he will show you progress. If he keeps saying he's not ready, yet he's making no effort to change, then sis, he's not preparing for marriage. He's preparing to keep you waiting. Biblical truth. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. 1 Corinthians 13:11. A mature man doesn't make excuses, he makes commitments. Sign number 6, he doesn't seek God with you. A man who won't lead you spiritually will never lead you in marriage. If he never prays with you, if he never talks about God's role in your future, if he only prioritizes his own desires and not what God wants for your relationship, then he is not a man preparing for marriage. Marriage is not just about love, it's a spiritual covenant. A man who loves God will seek his guidance with you, not apart from you. Biblical truth. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Amos 3:3. A man who isn't spiritually aligned with you can never build a godly marriage with you. Sign number 7. He tells you to just have faith, but gives you no proof. He says, just trust me, I love you, isn't that enough? But love without commitment is just words. If a man loves you but keeps delaying, keeps stalling, keeps making excuses, then at some point you have to ask yourself, am I waiting for a promise that was never real? Biblical truth. Faith without works is dead. James 2:26. Love without action is meaningless. If any of these signs felt personal, don't ignore them. Ask yourself, are you holding on to a relationship that God is telling you to let go of? Are you hoping he'll change, even when all the signs say he won't? Are you afraid to leave because you've already invested too much time? Sis, listen. God is not the author of confusion. A relationship that constantly leaves you questioning is not his best for you. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Psalm 37:4. If marriage is your desire, God will align you with a man who shares that vision. But first, you must be willing to release anything that is keeping you from his best. If this message spoke to your heart, I want to hear from you. Have you ever ignored these signs? What was your wake-up call? Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if you know another woman who needs this message, share this video with her. Most importantly, subscribe for more faith-filled insights on love, relationships, and walking in God's purpose. Sis, you are worthy of love. You are worthy of commitment, and the right man will never leave you in confusion or delay. Until next time, trust God's wisdom, embrace his timing, and never settle for less than the love he has prepared for you.